For the Beaver Radio Network, I'm Brian Schultz. BSU men's hockey team has their home finales this weekend against Alabama Huntsville. Joined by Markus Gerbrandt, scored the game-winning goal 2 weeks ago, last time out against Ferris. Congratulations on that goal.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
You guys had struggled scoring goals, period. You scored 2 in the first 7 minutes of the game. What was different?
I don't know. We knew we had to get points. We had to win that game, and I guess we lost the first one, disappointingly, but we came out hot in the first period in the second game, and ultimately that was huge. We only scored 2 goals, but they're, I guess, the first 7 minutes, so whenever we can get them, we're happy with them.
Okay, not to talk about a sore subject here, but you scored 2 goals in the first 7 minutes as a team, and you get 5 shots in the second and third period combined. Granted, you guys were playing a little bit more defensive-minded in the third period, but was that Ferris coming back on you, or were you guys just not doing something that you did in the first period?
Well, they're a good team. They're pretty defensive, I'd say. Every time we're in their zone, they get control, and they're shooting it off the glass, they're flicking it out, so it's hard to generate offense against a team like that, but I guess in the same sense, we're doing the same thing too, and we got to be stronger offensively. Obviously, you said the last few weekends we've had trouble scoring goals, so we got to do whatever we can to score when we get the opportunity.
What does it say about the league, top to bottom, that they're the consensus number 1 team in the league for most of the year, and yet you guys have played them to 3 one-goal games and had a chance to win 3 out of the 4?
Yeah, it just shows how tight the league really is. I mean, we're sitting in 8th spot, they're sitting in 1st, yet we're beating them. So it just shows that, honestly, any team can win on any given night. It depends on who shows up, who's getting the bounces. And like I said earlier, with Alabama, they're trying to play spoilers too. They're last place, but they could ultimately spoil our season or spoil any other team's season too.
You spoiled their weekend down there. You had the hat trick. Does that at all come back into your mind at all leading up to a week against a team that you had success against earlier in the year or not?
Well, obviously, I remember it. It's my first hat trick, but I mean, it can happen to anyone, any given night. Just trying to play. Well, hopefully I can get a goal or 2 again, but I mean, I'm definitely not thinking about that.
This is senior weekend. There are only 3 seniors on this team. One of them, Matt Hartman, hasn't played much of the year. He's been injured. He's a guy that came back with a medical red shirt. He didn't need to come back. He said, you know what, I'm going to miss it. He came back, and quite honestly, it stinks that he hasn't been able to play much this year. What does a guy like that mean to the rest of you guys in the room?
No, it sucks for him. It's his 5th year, and he's only played a few games. He's been out. It sucks for him. He's been out with a head injury, and those are scary. But he's around every day in the room, and he's ultimately our biggest leader in the room. So we're trying to play for him on the ice, and he's doing it for us off the ice. So he's a huge part of our team.
The WCHA released earlier this week that heading into the weekend there were still 390 million different combinations for what was going to happen. Spots 3 through 8 in the playoffs this year. Too early to start scoreboard watching with that many possibilities?
Well, it's hard to look. I mean, it's every team is 1 or 2 points apart. So I mean, last weekend we had the bye and standings switched a little. One team's in 7th place or 6th place. The next weekend they're up in 3rd. So, I mean, it's going to be completely different after this weekend. We just got to focus on Friday, and hopefully we can just go up from there.
Best of luck.
Thank you.